Cory Marshall goes over the complete Shenmue saga, and we have bad news regarding Japan and their release of Shenmue 1 and 2. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. As always, this is Miss Tomato here to bring you the latest in Shenmue news. So let's get started on all the news we need to catch up on. Sega just released a series of Shenmue videos. There are currently 3 parts, and the fact that Cory Marshall is doing the narration for the videos makes it that much more awesome. The first video is labeled Part 1, and it goes on to explain many various aspects of the first and second installment of the series. Now, the first video goes on to also mention many aspects as to why fans fell in love with the game, and a lot of the reasons are pretty spot on as to why I fell in love with the game personally. So if you haven't seen the videos, definitely check them out. Now, the second video goes on to focus more on the characters of the Shenmue series. It highlights Ryo Hazuki, Lan Di, and Shenhua, to name a few. Now you get an insight on all these characters and their own specific journey that they take throughout the series. Now, Part 3 focuses more on the mini-games, the QTE sequences, and the combat battles that go on in the game. Now, this video gives us a lot of interesting facts, including the fact that we are using real jiu-jitsu moves in the game. And it does a great job of highlighting a lot of the fun activities that you get to do in the game, which include forklift racing and duck racing as well. Now, if you haven't seen the 3-part series, definitely make sure to check it out before the release of Shenmue 1 and 2 to get you prepared for the journey that we're about to embark on once again. Now, speaking of 1 and 2 being released, August 21st should already be a date that you already have marked down on your calendar. Now, the Shenmue 1 and 2 bundle is finally coming to modern ports, and as I said before, it is going to be released on August 21st. Now, among the features that you're going to be able to use on the modern port is the awesome option to be able to choose between the English and the Japanese voiceovers for the game, which is really exciting. I personally have only played with the English version, so it'd be really interesting to try the Japanese version, and I thought that was an awesome option that they decided to include in the bundle. Now, the bundle is going to cost us $29.99 in US dollars, and it is available at the Microsoft Store, PlayStation 4 Store, GameStop, Amazon, Best Buy, anywhere you can think of. You can practically pre-order the game, and there are some places that are even offering posters and things like that. And I believe digital copies will be $26.99 on certain websites. Now, since we are talking about releases of Shenmue, we need to focus a little bit on Shenmue 3 and the bomb that they dropped on fans. Now, I'm of course referring to the fact that Shenmue 3 will require 100 gigabytes of storage, which left some fans in a little bit of shock, considering this is an unusual amount of storage required for an open world game. Now, it is important to note that this requirement is only for the PC version of the game. It does not affect the PlayStation 4 version as of right now. Now, the game did get pushed back to 2019, so hopefully that's plenty of time for PC fans to upgrade their storage and have enough space for the game. Now, speaking of Shenmue 3, we have to discuss the fact that Shenmue 3 just hit a new stretch goal. The Kickstarter officially went up to 7 million, and with that, we're getting an expanded battling system, which now will include AI battling. Now, AI battling will just be an extension of the current battling system, and it's basically going to be an assisted combat mode feature that will be in the game. And we actually found a video of Yu Suzuki kind of explaining what this feature is going to be and how it is going to be applied to the game. Now, if you remember correctly, the Kickstarter goes all the way up to 11 million, and with that, you're going to be getting more expanded areas, more mini games, more jobs, things like that. Now, an important thing to note is if the Kickstarter reaches 8.8 million, it will now be considered the highest grossing video game Kickstarter project of all time. Now that is only $1.8 million away, so that brings us to our next topic of discussion. The backer surveys are finally out, and we were all greeted with such a cute trailer featuring one of the newest characters to the series, and her name is Rin. Now if you look closer to the trailer, you will also see a familiar face walking around the rooftop. If you have not checked this trailer out yet, it will definitely be linked down below. Now a really cool option that the backer surveys give you is that, say when the Kickstarter initially came out, you can only afford the $20 tier, which was just a game or a digital copy. Now it's going to give you the opportunity to upgrade to a different tier. So now you could upgrade to a $100 tier, $200 tier, which is going to give you so many more perks and rewards. And it's also going to give you an opportunity to help us reach that 8.8 historical breaking record. So if you can, definitely try and upgrade those tiers so we can get Shenmue 3 that awesome record. Okay. Anyway. Oh my gosh, I just realized that my lamp is falling. Anyway, back to Shenmue 3. Another exciting thing that has happened is that we finally have a voice to Shenhua. Now, we did mention in previous news videos that there was some trouble finding a member who can fill that spot. We finally have found her, and it seems that she's very excited to be brought onto the project. The Shenmue 3 website released a series of questions that she answered, and one of the things she said was, "I was both honored and terrified when I heard I had been chosen to play Shenhua. Shenmue has been beloved by so many for so long, and fans have been waiting for her. As I look Shenhua in the eyes and become her voice, I will remember everyone has their own precious memories, and I will do everything I can to keep those memories like they were." Now, she also went on to mention that she borrowed the Shenmue movie from Matsukaze, who famously voiced the Japanese version of Ryo Hazuki, and she mentioned the fact that she was so blown away by how much thought was put into not only the dialogue but also the action sequences in the first game. She ended the article by saying, "I can't wait to play it. I will be acting my heart out for Shenhua and for you." Now tell me if that does not sound like the most perfect fit for someone to be playing Shenhua. I'm really excited to see what she brings to the character, and welcome aboard. I'm gonna mispronounce her name, Haruka Terui. Well, welcome. We're very excited to have you on board, and let's move on. Now that is some really great news. Now we're going to shift over to some good and bad news regarding Japan and their release of the 1 and 2 bundle. Now the bad news is that Japan will not be getting their Shenmue 1 and 2 bundle until November 22nd, which is roughly 3 months after our release here in the States. But the good news is they are getting a limited edition bundle specifically for Japan, which will make up for the 3-month delay. Now their bundle is gonna be obviously coming with a copy of the game along with a 40-song soundtrack and obviously the limited edition cover art. And all pre-orders will be coming with a poster as well. Now it's a shame that we're not getting the collector's edition here in the States, but I think that, you know, given the fact that we're getting the game 3 months earlier than Japan is already something to celebrate enough. So that is going to be it for today. I hope you guys learned something, and if you knew everything that was mentioned in this video, great job on keeping up to date with all the information coming out regarding Shenmue. Until next time guys, I will see you in the next video. Bye!